Mourners paid tribute to Archbishop Desmond Tutu in Cape Town, South Africa on Sunday. People laid flowers to say goodbye to the South African Archbishop at St. George's Cathedral, where he'd been a regular fixture. His portrait was hung on a fence outside the cathedral as mourners bid farewell to Tata, which is considered by some to have been Tutu's nickname. Tutu was born in Johannesburg but spent most of his later life in Cape Town, where he led several marches and campaigns to end apartheid from St. George's front steps, which later became known as the People's Cathedral. Tutu's death was announced Sunday by South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Tutu was diagnosed with prostate cancer in the late 90s and was hospitalized several times in recent years with treatment-related infections. However, the cause of his death has not yet been released. He was 90 years old.
U.S. airlines have canceled hundreds of flights over Christmas weekend. United, Delta, and American Airlines, along with JetBlue Airways, all say the spread of Omicron among their crews is the reason for the cancellations. Airline staffers who have tested positive for the virus now have to quarantine. According to flight tracking website FlightAware, at least 1,000 flights were canceled across the U.S. On Christmas Day and Sunday, more than 400 have been also canceled. Some travelers were not expecting the delays and are now stranded trying to figure out another way home.
A cruise ship from San Diego has returned back to the port after being turned away in Mexico because of a COVID outbreak aboard within the crew. The Holland America ship Koningsdam was turned away from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, after authorities barred the guests from leaving the ship because of positive COVID tests among the employees. The ship made 2 other stops in the country before being turned away. Mexican authorities say around 21 crew members aboard the ship tested positive for COVID-19 as the ship arrived in the Mexican port back on December 23rd. Holland America confirmed that a small number of the 875 crew members did test positive in a statement. All crew members are fully vaccinated and were showing mild symptoms, but they and all close contacts were quarantined according to the company.
The Omicron variant continues to spread across the U.S., overextending healthcare workers, causing long lines at testing sites, and leaving some holiday travelers stranded.
NBC's Liz McLaughlin is in Washington, D.C. with the latest on the impact of the surge.
The holiday travel nightmare continues for airline passengers this week, feeling the impact of Omicron's rapid spread.
They said that the reason why the flights were canceled was crew availability due to COVID.
Outbreaks on at least 4 cruise ships caused them to be turned away at destination ports over the weekend.
After about 3-hour delay, they said, we're not going to stop.
The coronavirus surge is also sidelining athletes, with 3 more college football bowl games canceled Sunday. As schools across the country prepare for students to return, the number of children being infected and hospitalized is rising.
So right there.
Educators now strategizing on how to keep kids in the classroom safely.
Our message to the families are, number one, we're going to do everything we can to keep schools open.
Testing may be a key factor in controlling the spread and preventing disruption, but demand has outpaced supply in recent days, with at-home test kits sold out at many pharmacies and hours-long wait times at testing sites across the country.
We've obviously got to do better. I mean, I think things will improve greatly as we get into January, but that doesn't help us today and tomorrow.
A race to control the spread in the final days of 2021.